The year is 1998. You're just a young boy who really enjoys nothing more than to play video games on your PlayStation. You turn on your PlayStation 1 and decide to play your favorite game, Spyro the Dragon. You sit there for hours on end completing level after level as your parents tell you to do your homework. This game is a work of art, you think to yourself. Your life has just peaked. Spyro the Dragon, which is a part of the platforming genre, released on the PlayStation and was produced by the company known as Insomniac Games, who up until this point was a relatively unknown company, only really having a few games to their name. Being published by Sony, this game was a hit. Nowadays it has over 5 million copies sold worldwide. But sales don't give an idea of what a game is truly about. Once booting up the game, you straight away get an idea of the aesthetics of the game through the presentation of the Insomniac logo. This game will stay bright and colourful throughout to appeal to its younger audience. After choosing a save file, the first cutscene of the game plays, showing off all the major characters, that being Spyro, Nasty Nork and the dragons, the setting, and the main objective of the game: save the dragons, get the gems, stop Nasty. This simple objective gives room for innovation with puzzles, secrets, and bosses. Once the cutscene has concluded, you are thrust into an open world hub that acts as the first world for the game. The dragons you free throughout the game act as a tutorial, giving you tips and tricks. The gameplay controls include jump, run, charge, flame, and glide. These simple controls not only benefit new players, but they have a high skill ceiling, appealing to every player. The game consists of open world hubs with levels within them. These act as the main levels of the game. Each level has their own unique enemies, but all still stick to the main aesthetic of the hub. This formula runs throughout the entirety of the game. New hub, new level, new enemy. This formula, while repetitive, doesn't ever become a problem through the changed aesthetic, music, and level design of each new world. Once completing all the levels and worlds, you are introduced to the final hub of the world, Nasties World. This world tests every mechanic you've learnt so far: platforming, racing through hallways, defeating unique enemies, and finding all the secrets. You complete the 2 gauntlets of levels, then you are faced with Nasty himself, who acts as the final boss of the game. Once the last platforming section is complete, then you've done it. You've completed the game and defeated Nasty Nork. You've completed the main objectives of the game: save the dragons, collect the gems, and defeat Nasty. The game even rewards you for completing 100% with an extra level full of gems. The game's plot is simple but effective, clearly showing the protagonist and antagonist, and giving reasons behind their actions. Where the game really shines is in its level design. The levels are designed in a way that rewards risk-reward gameplay that wouldn't normally be taken. Take this level named Treetops as an example. You have learnt how to use these ramps, but you've never done it in such a way as to turn mid-air and run up the wrong way of certain ramps. Simple changes and challenges like these really bring life to boring and easy levels. Not to mention how much the aesthetic helps level design. Using Treetops as an example again, the level aesthetic is framed around tall swamp trees and tree houses. This makes the level design amazing, with reliance on ramps to get from tree to tree. Simple ideas like that show innovation in the platforming genre. Even the simple inclusion of a glide mechanic creates new ways of solving puzzles and making jumps. Although the game is considered very old and outdated, it still has a large following behind it. Even though this game is rated E10+, majority of the player base are usually teenagers to young adults who grew up when the game originally came out. Being that this game is a single player and not an online game like many today, the fact that it still has a large following is still amazing. This is down to many factors, that being fan forums, merchandising, or new remakes of the original PlayStation classic. Competition for this game is found through the form of speedrunning. Speedrunning involves the player playing by themselves aiming to complete the game in the fastest time possible. This can be through glitches to skip levels or techniques not intended in the base game. Speedrunning Spyro the Dragon is something that many speedrunners have attempted, and with amazing results. The current world record for beating Spyro the Dragon with any % completion is held by Dayoman at 38 minutes and 19 seconds, and was set in February of 2021, over 20 years after release, and people are still majorly addicted to this gaming phenomenon. The game is visually stunning for the time. Taking a look back at it now, all you can see is polygons on polygons on polygons on polygons, but for the time, it was incredible. Each area establishes the main themes and gameplay mechanics for each world. These key gameplay themes represent in each level in their own way. Characters like Spyro and Nasty are portrayed through cutscenes, giving us an idea of their personalities and intentions. Each time Spyro frees a dragon, it gives him a chance to portray real character with funny one-liners and show actual emotion. Each dragon freed is different from the last, all being their own unique person. However, although there are many personalities shown, there are no females. This could be due to the target demographic being younger boys, or it could be due to the developers not wanting to use their over-the-top stereotypes to convey females. Overall, this game is an amazing innovation in platforming genre of games, implementing new gameplay mechanics like gliding and charging, and using them in unusual ways to encourage risk-reward gameplay. The game uses its aesthetic to its advantage, and the characters are silly yet lovable. Spyro the Dragon for the PS1 was an important step in gaming history, and is looked back upon fondly by all generations of gamers.